This will be the 16th live stream that I'm filming on this channel. I hope you are all having a great day. I hope you tackled all your goals that needed tackling for the day. And yeah, always go for what you want in life. Don't ever hold yourself back for anyone. Don't hold yourself back because you're having irrational thoughts. Don't hold yourself back for anything. Always keep pushing forward. Always be led by logic. You know, do what you've always wanted to do. Experience. Learn new things. Gain new knowledge. Over time, whatever you do, good or bad, it compounds. And that compound effect, it shows. It shows in your mannerisms, your demeanor, who you are, your character. If you compound good habits, it's going to reflect. It's going to reflect in you outwards. Other people will see, will know, they'll feel that you're on your shit, you're on your purpose. If you compound bad habits, that's all people will see. That's what people will feel coming out of your energy. It's the negative habits in you being pushed outwards. And that's what people can feel. People can feel whether you're a good person or not. Just by your energy. Just by your habits. What you do. An interesting quote that I came across a couple of days ago was, "Those who fear the crown will never rule." And that couldn't be further from the truth. Self-explanatory. If you have fear of putting yourself out there, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, just any sort of fears, irrational fears, that's what I like to call them. You're holding yourself back because, yes, the feeling is real, but it's just a feeling. It's just an emotion. It's not based on logic. You know, just because you don't feel good about something you really want to do, like you feel nervous before doing a speech or a game, it doesn't mean you don't pursue that. It doesn't mean you don't go in and tackle your dreams and conquer what needs conquering. Those who fear the crown will never rule. How can you want greatness but not strive for greatness? You know? It's always the great people that stand out in some way, shape, or form. The great people are the outliers in this life. The great people don't let their thoughts or their emotions hold them back because they're embarrassed or they feel nervous or scared, because they know this feeling is just an irrational fear. It's not logical. Everyone feels nervous, but if you can learn to tackle these nerves every time you feel them, you're one step ahead every time. And the nerves will always be there, but you get better at mitigating its control over you. And that's what we need to be great. That's what we need to reach heights in life. It's to ignore these nerves and mitigate the effects and just keep pushing. Keep pushing past the hardship. Even if your voice feels shaky while you're making a speech, even while your hands feel clammy, push through the nerves, you know? Talk through it. Control your breath. Control it's crucial. Self-control, you know, self-monitoring as well is very important. But too much of anything is not good. So you over monitoring yourself will just put you in a not so good situation, because now you're over analyzing, you're overthinking, you're not rationally thinking about the situation you're in because of your emotions. They're overriding logic. But we need to get better at overriding the emotions instead of overriding logic with emotions. Easier said than done, but it's something that can be trained in us, you know? Before I pushed that like button, for the first time, that is, I was nervous as fuck. But it was an irrational fear. It wasn't real, you know? And if I had not faced that fear and just gone live, I would have never been able to tackle that emotion. I would have never been able to override the emotional feelings with logic, because I would have never demonstrated to my brain that going live or speaking in front of an audience or playing that big match in front of all these people is not harmful. It's not gonna kill me. It's not a threat in any way. So you doing these things and then coming out the other side still intact, rep after rep, tells your brain that it's okay, you know? And then what I believe is eventually those nerves that you feel turn into excitement. You know, the chemical release that you feel while nervous and excited are both the same thing. It's just how your brain interprets each feeling. You know, like if you're in a threatening situation, when you're in a threatening situation, you get that surge of adrenaline, fight or flight, you know, to get away. It's a rush of energy or chemical reaction to ensure your survival. The same thing happens when we're nervous, scared, angry, and excited. If you can learn how to deprogram your brain from the bullshit you've been fed from a young age, all these creative ideas that we used to have as children, your inner child, that inner creativity has been siphoned from us just by being alive, just through experiencing life. You know, over time you get bet down so much to where you don't even have the energy to be creative, to do the things you like, to put out into the world what you want to put out, because that takes undivided attention. It takes pure serenity, peace, no distractions to unlock that super creative side of you. You can't be stressed if you want to be creative. Stress is the thief of creativity, you know? So yeah, we live in a society that's completely not compatible with people who want to be creative and want to leave the rat race. Being stuck in a loop, being stuck in a pattern isn't fun, you know. It's not fun for anyone. And yeah, I hear that completely. And there's something that I can relate to as well. I do believe in order to get your creativity back, in order to rule and not fear the crown, not fear being different or being judged, you first need to work on yourself. You need to work on your subconscious. You need to work on the thoughts that you're having that you don't realize you're having. Thoughts that are playing in your mind that you never process. Trauma that's been pushed down so deep to where you completely forget about it, but your body hasn't, your subconscious hasn't. It's still in there, taking effect on you. And these things come back. They don't just disappear. They come back years later, tenfold, twice as bad, and you don't even know where this came from or how, or maybe you might know. Maybe you might know exactly where it came from if you're spiritually inept and you actually do the introspection. You might know, you might understand, oh, this is where this is coming from. And now it's about releasing that. You know, I believe the human body, us, we are the creative vessel for the universe. You know, the universe puts its creativity into us, and then we project that outwards into the world. You know, all these spark of ideas that we get are, it's electricity that's coming from the electric magnetic field that's coming from the universe, God, source, and it's getting zapped into us. And some ideas are better than others. Some thoughts, some creative thoughts are more prominent than others. And obviously, the more prominent the idea is, the louder it's screaming at you to put that out there, to produce that and show the world that aspect, that talent, that art that's uniquely gifted to you. Everyone has their own gifts. But yeah. Another thing I'm gonna say before I go is, how the hell do you expect to attract the mice if you ain't got the cheese, dog? How the hell are you gonna attract the mice? You don't got it. You don't got the cheese. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Whether you did or didn't, don't matter, don't care. I'm gonna still put it out there. And I know this video will find someone that needs it, someone that needs to hear it. So if this video did help you in any way, shape or form, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. Show some love to your boy, because I'm lonely as fuck out here. Truly. People want to take me down, and it's always been like this. But yeah, love.